Hey everyone, this video is going to be a little bit different. Um, I don't really know how to preface this other than some of you may or may not be ready for it. It's not terribly bad, but I just want to preface it with these thoughts are my own feelings, and they are what I truly believe and what I'm very set in my ways about. So if you don't like them, mm, I'm not sorry because I am who I am and I believe what I believe. So if you are against it, you're allowed to have your opinion. But you're also not allowed to be belligerent and harmful with it. So at least not in my space. Um, yeah. If you are okay with this short little disclaimer, just know this isn't normal for me. This isn't content that I usually push out, because I've never really reacted to something blindly that made me feel things so jarringly, if that makes sense. So, the other disclaimer I have is this is my newly rigged model. I am getting all my settings used to her and set up specifically for her. So when you're seeing the video, a lot of the expressions and odd facial expressions she's making mainly are because she is overreacting to changes in my face and my facial acting. So please excuse that. It'll be fixed soon. I'm working with her to get her set up to where I like her to be. But yeah, with that said, let's dive right in. Hello, hello. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. One of my followers suggested reacting to Game Grumps' compilation video of his best Endless Ocean 2 moments. And I thought it'd be something interesting. I've never done a react to someone else's content before, so this will be a first for me. I hope you guys like it. It'll be fun to kind of see what his best moments are, what his fun moments are. So this is the first marine biologist reacts. Let's see what we got ourselves into, all right? Cycling into... Bum, bum. Here we are. Let's dive right in.
Oh, Jesus. That's a
Ooh,
spider crab.
it sure is, boss.
Of all the ocean creatures they could have had complimenting Haley Westerner's beautiful voice, why did it have to be that fucking monstrosity?
God, what a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's a big boy.
Still there.
There's
It is a
clearly no
big boy.
God if that thing exists. Holy crap. Welcome to Endless Ocean 2.
It's the Spider-Man logo.
Oh, it kind of is.
The Spider Fear logo.
Why is it still on the spider crab?
I know. Like, I just want to see two large Japanese hands put like a rice roll around it. Like,
Before we go any further, I'm gonna let you guys know this video is 49 minutes. We're gonna be reacting to a good portion of it, but not 50 minutes. So let's see what we can get through.
your sushi is ready, sir.
California
Somebody
roll,
turn that
anyone?
music off.
Damn it, Haley!
I'm too relaxed. Oh, we missed the whales.
I'd love it if it just pans over and Haley Westerner's in like the vocal booth, like, oh, sorry guys, I just really get into my work.
She's in like her PJs and like an oversized t-shirt.
Yeah.
What is
She's like,
this?
what? It's audio. I just like to feel comfortable.
I'm monitoring you from the bed for now, so stay in contact with us, okay?
There's a
I
whole
didn't know we were in
chorus.
South Park.
Are
What
they on
is
the boat?
this?
They're weighing us down. We're taking in water. Lose the chorus.
This is my
Throw the
ship
tenders
now.
overboard.
Oh my god. These guys are so chaotic.
What are you saying about the tenors, man?
Yeah. The tenors are like, I don't know, I think the baritones are less important to the overall sound.
All right.
Oh, so beautiful.
Very nice whale impression, sir. Alright, looks like this is just all the intro.
All right. And
Yeah.
right now she is the only diver at L&L Diving Service. Really not much of a service.
What? This
Do it.
quality's really shit.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. I get it's supposed to be like a farce and like comedy, but it just feels like overt mocking, and it's kind of annoying. Not to be super hateful, but like doesn't seem, I don't know. After playing most of all of the storyline, right, and getting through it, making a mockery of it just seems kind of shitty, especially since they're just beginning the game. They want to give her a a really bad voiceover and make this experience feel less than, and it's not my cup of tea. I don't know. We'll continue going because as far as best moments, this really isn't it for me.
Believe it or not, I'm a seasoned pro with years of diving experience. And I hear that you done a little diving before yourself. Let's see what you can do.
This dive will be our entrance examination for LNL diving service.
And then
I will say though, I like the take on Jean-Eric being French. For those of you who have been following my streams, I'm a little bit of a simp for John. And I like it. I actually think the French accent does him well.
after that, we will take you to Xavier's School of
Yeah.
Exceptional Students.
If they could keep up the accent, that is.
Be sure to catch whatever you can because we will be dining on it later. Follow Oceana's instructions and see how well you can move around underwater. As soon as you're ready, we'll start
Oh
the
no,
dive.
that's the girl.
As soon as
Oh.
you're ready, we'll
Oh
start
my
the
God.
dive.
I hope they don't
I'm
continue
ready, and
her
they just
voice.
push you into the ocean.
Yeah.
Learn to swim.
Oh,
Now we gotta do that and explore the calm waters of Gadma Adel.
The
Oh
calm
my
waters.
God.
My God, it's a tsunami! Like the camera starts shaking.
You think it looks strange? Whales are mammals too. It's how they nurse their young. The mom was like, oh God. Oh, don't stop.
Oh, gross. Man, it is.
Okay. My genuine reaction is I think that's hella immature, especially considering all mammals nurse their young almost the same way. As a biologist take, there's nothing like sexualized that should be made of it. It's the child being nursed. And I don't know whether to take this as like they're just trying to make funny content that people will laugh to, but also the implication that a infant or child, whether it be a whale or a human child or any other mammal for that example or matter, being sexualized is really, really off-putting. I didn't think this video would be considered a hot take, but it's quickly becoming more negative than I thought, or harsh for their creative talents. I don't know how else to put it other than it's really immature. Considering I'm sure these men are adults. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're doing it for a bit. I would hope they're doing it as a bit, but portraying something that is very normal as sexualized, to be shown to people and make them feel like that's normal when it's not is pretty weird to me. Yeah, I didn't know how I feel about that. And to be fair, I've never watched any of Game Grumps videos. So I'm not sure if this is just his persona, if this is actually him as a like person, if he just puts on a front to be funny and weird, or if he actually has humor like this. Some people like humor like this. I am not one of those people. I am a mature woman, and I take most things that are normal to be normal, and nursing mammals are just how you feed your young. So I'm gonna continue on before I
It is weird
rant
that
more
they're
about
mammals.
that.
Yeah.
Like,
Why is it weird that they're mammals?
they're just.
They're
look so
warm-blooded, breathe
fish-like.
air,
It's
give birth to live
so
young.
great to see them.
This
back
has been
together.
science with Dan Avedon.
Definitely
This
don't
is
take
weird.
science takes from these two.
What is it with whales? Are they fish or are they mammals?
Why are
Yeah, it definitely
some
feels like a bit.
fish and not other fish? Next time on Nature.
Ba-da-bap.
Weird.
What was your what?
Yeah, it happened when I dropped my
No,
pendant.
okay.
you dropped the pendant!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, my beloved wife's.
Just bah, 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 bah.
This really can't be best moments. Like, it's just them playing through the part of the game. It's not a clip or highlight reel. I thought it was something different than what it was. Like, this is my first time really watching it and going through it. I'm not impressed.
General Chief yesterday.
Oh, God.
Had you forgotten that? We spoke literally 20 seconds ago about it. Matthias gave those pendants to his wife and daughter before he died.
Oh, God.
He was my son. He died. He gave my granddaughter the pendant. She lost it in Deep Hole. We're going.
Why I'm disappointed in this family.
We're going there now. Unfortunately. Okay, whatever.
I think his accent is slowly slipping from French to bastardized German English. I really like the French accent, but it's, like I said, it's slowly becoming a very bastardized, a bastardized version of German, like an American speaking German, or some like first, second generation German. It just doesn't sound as it did in the beginning. Crummy.
I was going to say something, but I forgot.
But Oceana dropped her own pendant into the sea, and it was lost. That sentence would have made more sense had you heard the previous sentence. The terrain in this area is very difficult. But the real dangers are the aggressive tiger sharks that sometimes hunt here.
Fuck.
I'm so worried about Oceana. That's my granddaughter. She had the pendant. She'd lost it in Deep Hole. It was given to her by Matthias, my son. He's dead.
I still think she's an undercover spy.
I'm so tired of you mimes. Just coming in here like you own the place. This episode, what were you thinking, Oceana? You
This is definitely not like
And,
the greatest
and we'll
moments. This
fucking-
is like the first playthrough.
party next time.
Next time on
Yeah, not next time on Game Grumps, but at some point in the future, we'll continue this adventure
Into
Will
the
you?
Deep.
into the deep to Nine Ball Island. Oh, it's a very unfortunate affliction.
Dear dead son, it's been 10 years since you were dead. You still are, but
I mean, I get the dark humor. I get it. But this game has so much soul and so much heart and such a really good story. And I don't, you know what that I think about this? As I don't even know if Game Grumps got to the point in the story where you figure out what happened to Matthias and what was left behind. For those of you that haven't played, I'm not going to spoil it. I played it on stream, recorded it, blah, blah, blah. You can check it out in one of my playthroughs or my playlists. But I'm really curious to know if they got to the point that you learn about Matthias and not really learn about him, but figure out his backstory and find the things that he left behind, other than, of course, the pendants that they're joking about. I wonder if they would treat it any differently, or if, again, their whole shtick is to laugh about dark humor and make things funny that are not really funny, or just a normal connotation they try to make funny. We'll see. Again, I'm
these penguins, I didn't know they could fly.
keep pushing through.
But here we are. You're still dead, and penguins fly.
Hey, remember that pendant your good-for-nothing daughter lost? Yeah, she found it. Didn't bring you back, though. Well, time to get back to jerking off. Love you. Of course, with
The fuck is this? Like, yeah, this isn't it. This isn't
all
it.
of this activity since you arrived. I've had no chance to tell you about the place where you'll be based. Welcome to Nine Ball Island. You don't want to know how it got that name. The base of operations for L&L Diving Services.
There's 4 dude.
Don't get me wrong. I make dirty jokes, funny humor, right? I always joke about simping over Jean-Eric. But everything a sexual joke? This can't be like,
Dudes here and 1 dude who had a major accident.
We call him the Cyclops. It's also the place we call home. It has all of the modern conveniences we need. Like one Butterfinger.
I guess there's something for everybody.
Don't touch it.
You're gonna wa-
I know there's
Finger.
people
you're
that
gonna
like this
wanna
kind of humor, but I'm not one of those people.
Everything you need for your work is there on the table. And sorry about the mess. We leave our soda and OJ here. Oh, we love our soda. Okay.
They're about to make an O.J.
Okay, I
Simpson
got
joke.
confused.
I'm waiting for it.
We don't drink water here. We don't believe in it.
We subsist entirely off of soda. And OJ. The Marine Encyclopedia contains a record of all the creatures you've seen. Stop by this camera to develop any photo.
It seems like this is just like their first and second playthrough of the game, right? It doesn't seem like it's a best moment. So whoever made this, and to be fair, this video that was sent to me was not made, or I'm assuming compiled by Game Grumps. Maybe if they made the compilation themselves, it would be a better best moments video, but this is just like first episode, second episode smashed together kind of thing. I'm kind of curious to see how they react to the tools and actually diving, finding the animals, but at the same time, you know what? We'll skip until they're diving, and because we really can't go anywhere but up from here, so let's check it out.
Are you kidding me? It can cut through the steel can and still be strong enough to go through a ripe tomato?
Sign me up. Only 3 payments of 1990. Surgeon
These
fish.
guys are
Doctor!
something.
Bring me a scalpel stat.
Yes.
He's bleeding out.
Well, here I am in the death trap called Volca Castle.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful death trap.
It's nice.
Oh, cool, a fish.
The armory.
Hey, what's up?
Finally.
Long-tooth grouper.
They call me old long tooth.
Better than Snaggletooth, I
I'm
bet.
looking a little long.
Look, it's a sea robin. If we look really hard, we can find a sea Batman.
I don't even know what they're cackling about.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
I feel like they've been crazy. Oh no, I'm curious to know how they
Japan.
portray, how they portray Nancy, like what she sounds like, because the voice acting here
And then
is
the next thing you know, you feel like
not
you're going
peak,
crazy.
but it
For
could be worse,
various
right?
reasons, which I won't go into right now. Anyway, I wonder if this is the legendary treasure of the castle.
She has pretty much every degree you can get. She came over from Japan to do a guest lecture at my university.
Ew.
Oh, I can't be reading into this right. Like he didn't say ew because a female is coming to guest lecture or that she's coming from Japan to guest lecture. Hayako has like multiple degrees as distinguished in her field of study, and he's saying ew. Let me play that back. Again, I don't know if I'm reading too much into this, or it was clipped out of context, which I highly doubt, but it just doesn't sit well with
For
me.
various reasons, which I won't go into right now. Anyway, I wonder if this is the legendary treasure of the castle.
She has pretty much every degree you can get. She came over from Japan to do a guest lecture at my university.
Ew.
What? Okay, there's some context that is obviously missing, but the fact that a very obviously, like, they're pushing content for laughs, right? They're trying to push us to want to laugh at something or feel like they are one extreme or the other. But let's be real, it's not funny, like at all. It's not funny at all. She's distinguished. She has multiple PhDs. She has been in the field for multiple years. She's a full diver. Like, obviously, this isn't a real person. However, someone of that caliber giving a lecture at a university would be phenomenal, especially as somebody who is like, I'm finishing my degree very soon. I would love to sit in on a lecture with somebody with that much experience in the field to give insight on what to do to further my career and also be a huge industry standard, right? A, there's not a lot of women in the industry that are highly regarded, and B, this field is extremely competitive, and the fact that somebody who is not of like American descent that also has multiple degrees and is very, very knowledgeable in the field would be amazing to have for a lecture. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. I don't know what the ew that they're expressing comes from, but as a biologist and from a biologist point of view, that's not only extremely disrespectful, but very, very immature again, which seems to be their whole bit is making light of things that aren't really funny to make it feel funny, to get laughs that are forced. Like, that's poor creativity and talent to me. Um, I feel like I'm going to be pushing some boundaries with people. I also feel like this might get me canceled because I am not a big streamer or content creator. And while I have not watched a lot of Game Grumps' content, I am familiar with the name, and that should say enough that they're, you know, have their own platform. And the fact that they have a platform and are still pushing immature, disrespectful, demeaning narratives by saying those things is gross. I don't know how else to put it. I'll continue on. Maybe they rectify it, but I don't have high hopes. Just a laugh. Great.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I
So
don't
funny.
much care for Japanese people.
Wow. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I I don't even feel like I really need to explain myself. That the fact that those were the words that came out shortly after the disgust um, should paint the picture pretty clearly for you about how they feel and who they really are, whether it's for laughs or not. And let's be honest, most jokes come from a place of either A, insecurity, or B, hatred and racism. And I'll let you use your very dignified minds to figure out which one those are.
Go on, go on. You could say I have connections in high places, if you know what I mean. And she does like the little blunt motion. That's you.
What's she doing now? That slanty-eyed Japanese woman.
What
Cooking
the
rice?
fuck?
Clapping together two cymbals and going ching chong.
Oh my god.
Everyone just looks at him.
Why
like,
doesn't she go back to China? It's like, he's like
You're
like,
joking. No, okay, I was gonna hold my punches and hold my tongue, but absolutely not. Like, fuck you. Whether the person Hayako was male or female, the fact that they're making those kind of backhanded racist comments is severely insecure, and also is showing how very obvious that they aren't creative enough to make significant content out of something that is actually funny instead of poking hmm, poking fun at minorities, because they obviously know that either their followers, their subscribers, their viewer base feels the same way and thinks it's funny, or they genuinely just don't care and have that much hatred for people. And obviously for Asian Americans, Asian people in general, not just Japanese people. That is so disgusting to me. And as a person, I feel very strongly on hatred, bigotry, and racism. Obviously, not something I've made very apparent on my videos, but I want to make it very known that if you are here in my community, this place, I try to make this as much as a safe space as possible, right? Like, I do not handle or tolerate bigotry, racism, sexism. I mean, jokes are jokes, but if I can obviously tell that it's not a joke to you and that you feel some kind of way about it, you're not going to last here. Like, you're not going to be here. I will not allow you to be here. I need to take a moment because I could go on a tangent about the behavior of some people and why they think it's okay and funny when it absolutely is not okay and it absolutely is not funny. So I'm going to move on, or this will be a very, very long video.
Confused old type of racist where like they just doesn't really understand.
what? She's Korean.
I fought a war there. I think.
I also don't think that they're like they're making it seem like they're portraying a character when there is no reason why these characters, if they actually played through the game, have any sort of bigotry towards other people. There's minorities of most shapes and forms in this game, and they are never treated poorly because of their identity or their race. So there is no need to make these characters portray themselves as if they are bigots or racists. None at all.
Not quite sure.
Oh, whoa! Did I just get high?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, sweet. And then like aliens start fighting and shit.
Godzilla rises from the deep and eats that island.
Meanwhile, you're completely stationary.
There's like a nuclear mushroom cloud test coming.
What is this? Like,
a giant gross head just like starts scanning across the fucking like, and it just starts shooting lasers.
what the fuck? Like, these guys, I feel like I have, whether again it is for a joke, for content, for laughs, for clicks, I don't think I've ever, maybe it's just not maybe, it is not my style of content. So I don't watch this kind of content or feed my brain with kind of, let's call it as it is, brain rot. I choose to nourish my brain with other things, right? Like, obviously I play games, obviously I enjoy them, but just feeding into this kind of trash content is not going to help grow me as a person or enjoy the things I enjoy. It's just not what it is. There's a couple, maybe a minute left. Yeah. Not even gonna waste my time. I really don't know what to say other than I am just not impressed. This was not a best moments. This was honestly, let's be honest, this is probably their worst moments for I don't know how long they even played through the game. I don't watch Game Grumps' content. Um, it's just a playthrough of the first and second episodes, maybe cut down to shorten it so it's not so long, and then plastered on YouTube for views. Again, I'll make this very clear. The person that uploaded this video was not Game Grumps themselves. So it could, I don't think it was clipped out of context because it just seems like it's the first episodes mashed together and then given a clickbait title to get people to watch it. So I I don't know if going forward you will want my react or my opinion videos because this one's kind of intense. Um, yeah, I don't want to go on a rampage or any more of a rant than I already have. Just know that I am not impressed. This, and by no means, was funny, fun, educational, um, nothing. Like, I wish I had something more positive to say. I guess the only positive take I took from this was the initial Jean-Eric persona and accent being French. I loved that. Like, I really loved that. But they didn't even hold the same accent throughout the video. Like, it kind of slipped into something else, and like I said, became a very bad accent. A bad accent that wasn't the initial origin. So it felt like it went from French to German to like bad German English to I don't even know what. It's just wasn't for me. I would hope this isn't a reflection of all of Game Grumps content because this was really bad on multiple levels, right? So coming from my professional perspective, there was nothing educational or even like remotely interesting from like the biology side other than really there wasn't much other than this like the spider crab. They're like, oh, it's a spider crab. It's the Batman symbol. And then sexualizing something that really didn't need to be sexualized, being the nursing whale, right? Like, yeah. And then them actually diving and looking at some of the different species of fish, there was like no interest. It seemed like they were just doing this for something to do, right? And then posting it on YouTube to see how it goes, which to some people, that is the content they make, and that is absolutely their right. But professionally, again, nothing substantial other than like socialist things. So I'm gonna leave it at that. My first React video, Marine Biologist Reacts. What do you guys think, other than the severe disgust that I've displayed? What are your thoughts? Do you feel the same way as I do? Do you feel like this was A, content worth consuming, and B, content that was actually considered best moments instead of worst moments? Um, yeah. Yeah, what do you think? Because I don't think that highly of it. Um, if you're interested in some type of React videos, obviously maybe not like this, because I don't think I'll want to react to this best moments kind of thing. But I can, if you're comfortable, maybe reacting to other forms of content, that might be an option in the future. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to filter the video before actually recording it and watching it. But I feel like that would take away from the initial reaction. Either way, first one's over with. We'll see where we go from here. I hope you guys are doing well. Know that you are cared for, you are loved. Continue striving for better greatness than whatever this is. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.